There's it depends where you go. There's rich music all over the different areas, and they're all connected in some way. So we found stuff interesting, stuff in Vietnam, Myanmar. Cambodia is very difficult because most of it was destroyed.
Oh, it's another more of like cassette and stuff.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, that I know of a project in Cambodia where they have tracked down a lot of the older musicians, the ones who survived the Khmer Rouge, and also there are some collectors, Cambodian collectors still in the country who kept their stuff, and they're starting to collect this. Yeah, so it's good to know that we're not the only people doing this, and as much as there's a lot of great to cover, there's a lot of great music to discover for people. But I guess maybe Indonesia might be interesting somewhere like this, perhaps. Yeah, I mean, there's people have focused on the garage stuff from Indonesia, but I think my guess is, my guess is that there'll be a whole bunch of maybe music or different styles of music that perhaps off the radar. Yeah, because this was the case in Thailand. I mean, prior to us doing what we've been doing, people had gone and collected the funk and the surf stuff and stuff, which is good. But so certainly when I first moved to Thailand, much of that was there was not much available, just here and there. All the little Tom stuff and the Moreland stuff, people have not really touched at all. And I was very surprised because I was like, this is such good quality.
Looked out on the music as well, so it's from the east side, from northeast, from Thailand, from the countryside music. So it's not like with the surf and the funk, it's kind of the music from Bangkok. So people kind of make a big scene out of it. Still undiscovered music around Thailand. So I think in the same case, I think in every country they have the same similar vibe to it. Like, the music that people being collected might not be all. Basically, I mean most of the record shop in Thailand, they're in the same location over like 40 years, 50 years. It's just all the same location. I mean, all the people, they own the building. It's like they live there. They live upstairs on the second, third floor, and then ground floor is their shop, so they don't have to rent it out. So it's always open. But the thing is, it depends. Sometimes they're not selling it, so it just really depends on the mood. And I mean, for me, I just opened a record shop in Bangkok like a couple months ago or so, and it's still a scene. Very small, but it's still existing scene that people actually buy, sell, and trade records still.
A country. For me personally, it was sad not to find much when I went to Cambodia, but the thing is that the reasons it's not there are much more serious and important than my personal disappointment. It's a country that went through hell literally, and almost so many cultural things are just not even destroyed. Just it's almost like they ceased to exist in the first place. There was like a horrible cleansing of these things, you know. So it was a shame to not find anything, but it was much more of a shame to find out why. The reasons why are very, very serious and much more crucial than just me or anyone else buying records. Cambodia was, I guess it was about a year ago. But other than that, there's always something. You have to dig around, but there's records everywhere. I mean, and you know, you have to look in they tend to be treated as artifacts, so you have to look in the antique places, the old places, the slightly out of the way parts of town. So you'll always find something. If you're looking hard enough, you'll find something. Both of us have been surprised, I think. Sometimes, like when we've been DJing, people come up and say, "Oh, I've lived in Thailand for 10 years and I've never found any of these records." I'm like, well, I don't know. I guess it's not. You just have to. You have to be a little bit persistent, and maybe we're probably the obsessive.
I mean, like, I used to DJ for this. Remember when I was DJing for Museum of Siam, and there was in Bangkok, it was at the Museum of Siam, and they're having an exhibition on local music, and basically this one record collector guy just doing the whole room of this record cover. Stuff, and basically he would start talking like, oh, it's impossible to find this record. But the thing is, like, if you actually walk 10 minutes down the road to the old area where all these record shops 50 years old, they opened 40, 50 years ago, they all have this in stock. And for a couple $100. Yeah. But you know, they just, for some people who bought it for a long time, they just kind of, it's old stuff, you never find it anymore. But they don't really check whether it still exists, the scene, there's still some scene going on left over, you know. So yeah, which is a bit of a shame, but all in all, people still buying it.
Yeah, that's what
you can talk about the now.
Yeah, like the one in Korat, for example.
Go on, that you should talk about.
In Korat, it's like the first city to the northeast of Thailand. When I actually go up to the room, and it's kind of the townhouse flat, and the guy he keep his record stock on the 5th floor. He asks everyone to take the shoes out, so all shoes off. You go up on the 5th floor. It's raining outside, so all windows are shut. Still room, no fan, no nothing, and dog shit everywhere. Everywhere in the room. And I was there from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. So basically, I breathed in so much dog shit, you know, that day.
And you didn't find much either.
Yeah, and I didn't find much either. It's all the like, I think someone already cleared the stock already. A lot of like Chinese love song, and so it was like a bit long hours, you know, but not too much, and so it was a bit. Yeah. I mean, if I got like the very good record, then it's worth a while, but you know, all that time it's just. After it come back, it's just like, yeah, just buying for the sake of like, yeah, I already smell this dog shit, so I'll just buy it, you know. So that's pretty much all my story.
Recently, about my other work, I was in Yemen for a couple of months, and yeah, I mean, it kind of exemplifies why it's nice to go to different places and buy records, because when you're the foreigner, you go to a new place, and of course you go to the tourist areas, whatever. But when you're looking for something that's a little bit odd like this, you'll immediately start meeting people you would never meet usually. You wouldn't interact with people on the same level. You know? So it was really nice to be somewhere like Yemen, which, you know, is portrayed in the media as this dangerous country, blah blah blah, and you're there. People are super friendly, they're very helpful. It's a historically fascinating city, and you're able to discover a bit about the country and the people through finding these records. So, and also with buying second-hand records, the people who are selling them are always these strange characters. Always. It doesn't matter what country you go to. England, Thailand, Myanmar, wherever you go, they're always slightly intriguing people. So there was one guy I tried to buy some records from, And in Yemen, a lot of people wear these like traditional knives called jambu.
Wait,
They're belt, and they all walk around with these, and it's like, when you go, you're like, damn, look at this, you know. So this guy I went to, he was a very famous seller of these knives made from rhino horn, rhinoceros horn, so very like 200, 300 years old, so very expensive. And he was this big guy, very wealthy, very kind of like, you know, a lot of people coming to him asking for help with things, you know. He's like, you know, a fixer, you know, you understand?
Yeah, like mafia.
So, maybe not mafia, but, you know, he's the guy who can help out, you know, you can ask him for a favor, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I went through this whole process, looking through the records, some very nice music, but in the end, he was asking like a lot of money per record.
Really?
And this friend of mine had introduced me to him, and he was giving me this, oh yes, because he is my friend, so otherwise I would never show you, so, and you're making this big kind of gesture, so I'm like, okay, so this is a little bit pressured, like, I don't want to disappoint the guy, but equally I'm not going to just buy whatever. So in the end he asked for a crazy amount per record, and I was like, look, I've been collecting records for a long time, if that's your price, I respect that, but I can't afford it, I'm really sorry. And my main concern was that my friend would not get into trouble because he's the big guy, you know. Anyway, so he was like, "Oh, it's no problem. Okay, it's fine. I'm very pleased to meet you." Blah blah blah. But it was kind of comical. There's me sat down in this shop, all these knives everywhere, listening to the records, and so I just had to be very polite. Thank you, blah blah. Okay, I'm going now. Bye, everyone. And that was the end of the situation. But so things like this, it's nice because if you're just there without looking for some specific thing, I don't think you'd ever be in these scenarios. So that's one story.
เข้าไปอย่างนั้นสิชิดเข้าไปอย่างนั้นสิใกล้เข้าไปอย่างนั้นสิชิดเข้าไป